Yo, what's good guys? Koshertech here. So today we have the Google Pixel 6 and the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Now, in this video, I'm going to try to make this video as English as I possibly can. What that basically means is I'm going to cut the fluff out and I'm just going to get to the point in the sense of which phone would be the right fit basically for you to being the general consumer. Now, the price difference is $300. So you basically, now this is starting for the base 128 gig versions, right? So we have the Pixel 6 starting for $600, the Pro starting for $900. So you get that $300 difference. But I mean, at the end of the day, in that sense, what do you get? So first of all, the size difference, right? So the Pro, right? This is the Pro over here. It's a little bigger, right? It's 6.7 compared to 6.4 inches. So what does that mean in English? So like if I put the phones just flat down, look at the size. It's a wee bit longer. The width is basically the same. It's a wee bit longer. Now, if I even put them like this, like let's put them even like that, just to show you guys. I don't know how that's gonna show, but even like this, it's just it's not a huge difference. It's a taller difference. So if you have, it would be annoying to basically maneuver with your thumb. Like a lot of times with this phone, you would have to just move it like that and just press it. So it's a little bigger in that sense. So if you have smaller hands, I'd probably say the 6 will be a little more easier, just a little more comfortable to grab and basically comfortable to maneuver. The 6 Pro, I want to say a two-handed phone, you know, in that sense. That's just for instance, just for the size itself. Now in the front for the pictures, for the cameras, we have an 8 megapixel and we have a 11 megapixel. So it's a really good camera, I want to say, for video. And for the Pro, you guys, I'm gonna have timestamps over here. I'm gonna show you guys exactly all the testing that I did with the Pro and the 6. I actually did review. I'm gonna have a link in the description below as well. So we both get the Gorilla Glass Victus. We both have these on-screen fingerprint sensors when they want to work. What do I mean by that is a lot of times you have to just like press, like, you know, it doesn't go in this phone. You have to press and hold and for it to basically unlock. Now on the back, very beautiful. Now the Pro, I got the black. Now this is really not black whatsoever. This is more of like a, I guess like the camera doesn't want to pick up, but it's more like a, I want to say like a grayish or charcoalish color, not black. I don't know why everyone is saying it's black. It's definitely not black. But on the back, what do we have? We have a triple camera design here, and we have a double camera design on the 6. So on both phones, you do have the ultra, you do have the wide 50 megapixel and the ultra wide 12 megapixel. Now the only thing is we have the 48 megapixel telephoto lens that comes with the Google Pixel. With the Pixel Pro. Now what that means is it's the zoom lens. So you guys are gonna see in my testing, it's a 20 times zoom. It's a nice zoom. Now, if you take a lot of pictures, if you take a lot of videos, I would say probably, you know, it would make sense for you to go with the Pro just for that telephoto lens. Personally, I do like that lens, but practically speaking, if you really don't need it, you kind of really don't need this phone then, in my opinion. Next, the display. The display, both phones have beautiful OLED displays. Now the only difference is the Pro, man, is gorgeous. Now this one is beautiful, but the Pro is gorgeous. The 2K display, the 1440p resolution on the Pro, and then 1080 on the 6 is a huge difference. Now the best example I could give you, since Kosher is a tech channel, all right, if you have a monitor, right? If you have a 1080p monitor, right, and it's just and then you have a 2K monitor, let's say, in the sense they're both OLED, and then you just have a 2K monitor, 1440p monitor, it would just look a lot, you would see the difference. Now, from 1080 to 2K, you would see the res difference. You would see in your own eyes, basically, how beautiful the 2K looks compared to 1080p, the 1440 res compared to 1080p. Now, it's not a huge difference. It's not like a massive upgrade where you'd be like, oh my God, I have to have it. But it does look beautiful for pictures. I'm gonna try to show you guys some Instagram stuff. For pictures, it just absolutely looks much more gorgeous, I would say, than the Pro. Now also for the 6. Now also from the Pro, you do see it's a curved display. Now personally, it is what it is, honestly, for curved displays. This has a flat display, which everyone is really used. The curved display does look nice. It has that, I want to say, infinity look to it. It looks absolutely beautiful too. So it's a trade-off. Personally, if it was flat, it is what it is. If it's curved, you know, it is what it is in that sense. Now for battery life, we do have 5,000 milliamp battery, and we do have 4,600 milliamp battery on the 6 and a 5,000 on the Pro. But on the 6, you do get technically a little longer battery, even though they both have the same technology of adaptive battery. You do have longer battery life on the 6 rather than the 6 Pro. Now also on the 6, you do have a 90 hertz refresh rate compared to the Pro, which is 120. And the Pro has 12 gigs and the 6 has 8 gigs of RAM. So it's not like a huge upgrade, I would say. It's not like a huge difference from the 6 to the Pro. But personally, which phone, let's put it this way, right? If someone would ask me, I would tell them legit, the 6 for me is a work phone. What do I mean by that? I grab it from the charger, I take it to work, I answer phone calls, I do video chats, I hit up emails, you know, I just do texting. I know the battery here. I know from this phone, I take some pictures of whatever, you know, with colleagues and one, you could do little selfies and whatnot with, you know, pictures. I know that at the end of the day, the battery is gonna be good. It's gonna run smooth. I'm not gonna have any issues. It's on the go. It's a work phone. Now for the Pro is more of a bougie phone. All right. Now what do I mean by that? It's more in the sense of if you want that beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous display, you know, you want that resolution, you want that telephoto lens, you want more RAM. What does more RAM equal? More multitasking. I could have much more apps open compared to the 6, and my phone is basically not going to start slowing down. So I do have that headroom, but it's not a huge difference for me to go. You know, if I wasn't doing YouTube and I wasn't on the socials, I would honestly go with the 6, because I know the 6 at the end of the day is going to get its job done, and the price is just too beautiful. You know, it's just absolutely gorgeous for the price. Now for displays, I'm going to try to demonstrate. All right, so here we got it synced up. So we got this cat talking here in NVIDIA basically. It just looks, let's see, they're both on max brightness. It just looks absolutely much more gorgeous, I gotta say, on the Pro than on the 6. But it's not a huge difference. It's not like, I mean, it is, but it also isn't that much. I mean, they're both beautiful looking displays, but for the price, like, I just want to see if I could sync something for you guys. Like, look at this picture here for Amazing PC Builds. I'll give it a like. It just looks absolutely gorgeous with this display. Beautiful, beautiful. They're both quick, 120, 90 hertz. They're both gorgeous. Like, man, I wish I could sync it if I could find, oh, here, I found this. No, it's different. Let's go to, like, they're both, like, this one pops. The Pro pops. The 6, for me, is like, all right, it looks dope, man. I wouldn't say it's bad. It looks absolutely gorgeous. For Twitter, same thing. You do have the nice scrolling speeds. They're both 120 to 90, so you're gonna have those nice scrolling speeds. Just overall, it's just beautiful. I gotta put it that way. Now, for cameras, also a big thing for cameras, especially for video. Now, we're gonna flip it my way, right? So for the 6, we do not have 4K in the front. For the Pro, we do have 4K. So it's gonna run you 4K at 30, but for the 6, we don't have 4K. Just looking here in the front-facing cameras in 4K, it just looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. You know, you do have that curvature in this display. You have that infinity look. Very subjective. You know, it is what it is. Again, it's a very subjective thing. I'm not gonna nitpick it. You know, it's there. Now, if we flip it to, if we flip it basically to the rear facing, we do have the same exact thing. We both have the 4K at 60, 4K at 60, 1080 at 60, 1080 at 60. Same thing over here. We do have stability, which I did show you. Look at the timestamps. So you guys are going to see the stability. Now, for the video stability testing, I got to say that the 6 Pro for me performed better than the 6. For some reason, they both have the Tensor chip, but maybe the 8 gigs of the 12 gigs of RAM probably just made it work better, because you could see me jogging and the processing just was a little better on the Pro than on the 6. Since we were on the selfie, I totally forgot to mention, now for speech enhancement, they both have the speech enhancement option as well, so you're not missing out really anything on that. And they both did a heck of a job for speech enhancement. I did it on the 6, and I have it on the 6 Pro. You guys are going to see it. They both did a heck of a job. They processed it really well. I the traffic really, like, you know, got a little quiet. My voice became a little louder. I just felt like it just sounded, it overprocessed a bit of my voice on both of these phones. I felt the voice sound a little muffled. Just let me know in the comments basically what you guys really thought of that. But I mean, there isn't, overall, they would honestly both be a fantastic choice. It all honestly just comes down to the user. What do you guys think? What would be the best option for you? As I mentioned battery earlier, I'll just show you guys here in the sense for battery. I mean, we do have the same thing. We do have both options for battery share. I did demonstrate what it actually even just shows you here. I could just flip both phones here. If I turn it on, let's say I put battery share on here on the Pro, right? And I just take this phone and I just put this phone down, and now my phone essentially is going to start charging. So it's going to be charging. Right now it's at 53%. It's not going to charge really that fast, but still, if you need some juice, it's going to give you that option here for battery share. So it's going to give you that options for that. I mean, adaptive battery, same thing. Both preferences here. Adaptive battery, it's gonna basically know how you're using battery, so it's gonna essentially perform better. That's what they're selling us. Adaptive charging, what that basically means is, if you're gonna have your phone, let's say at 9 or 10 o'clock, and it's not gonna charge at 30 watts at maximum, it's actually gonna slowly charge your phone throughout the day instead of basically burning out your battery. But if you're on the go, like I said, on the 6, you could just turn this feature off and you're just gonna have your 30 watts right away. What does that basically mean? If you're trying to go out with the boys, trying to go out with the girls, you hop in the shower, you got to do 1, 2, 3, your phone is at 20%, you come out of the shower, your phone is at 50, 60%. You keep it moving, so you basically turn that feature off. Next, for storage wise, like I said, it's going to be different for the Pro. The maximum you get is 250. For the 6, the maximum you get is 256. For the Pro, the maximum you get is 512. So again, it's up to you. In that sense, what you guys want to do here. Brightness, we both have it. Adaptive brightness, as I mentioned. I have it in dark theme. Colors, I just have it in basic colors. For smooth refresh rate, basically for the smooth display. So like I said, this goes up to 120 and this goes up to 90. Now you could basically turn them both off. So you can have it at 60. What that's gonna do, it's gonna look a little different. Let's see if we could tell the difference. So we do have it. Let's see, we just put it all the way. You do notice a difference, but what that also is going to do for you is going to preserve your battery. So if you need your battery preserved, you could do that. Now you could also force this option to always be at 120 or to always be at 90 through the developer options. You just go to developer options. I'll probably show it to you guys a little later in the video. But it's not a, here, I'll just show you guys here. We'll go to developer options. We're gonna go down to right here, show refresh rate. So show refresh rate is gonna show you actually what we're doing right now. So we have it at 60. Since I'm not scrolling, I'm not doing anything, the phone just goes to 60 hertz. So now what we could do is we could force peak refresh rate. That's what I explained to you guys a little earlier. So it's gonna force it always to be at its maximum refresh rate. So force peak refresh rate, let's turn it on. Let's turn it on. Right away, you guys instantaneously saw that, Kosher correct your English, that it jumped from 60 to 120 and from 90 to 120. Now, when I'm scrolling on the gram, right, it's gonna be automatically at that set maximum refresh rate. But that's also what that also gonna do, is gonna drain your battery. But I mean, it is what it is. It's to your own preference, it's to your own style. Like when we're watching this video, you see it's on idle, it's going at 120. So you do have that option. Wow, that looks really, really nice. I gotta say, I just love the Pro display. It just looks absolutely, just really breathtaking for me in that sense. But again, very subjective. Of course, you could just turn it off. If you're ever wondering, hey, you know, what refresh rate is my phone actually getting, you could just toggle this on, and you could basically get it. I'll just turn off peak refresh rate. But there's plenty of things here you guys could play with the developer options. They both have stereo speakers. But like I said, it all comes down to the individual. So if you take video, if you want your 4K options, if you want the 4K front-facing camera, if you want that telephone lens, you want that zoom lens, you want that nice looking, beautiful, and I gotta say, it is a beautiful display. If you want that 120 hertz, if you want a little bigger phone, I would say go with the Pro. Now, if you don't want none of those things, but you still want a fantastic phone, which is priced at a fantastic price, go with the 6. It's a great phone, man. Like I said, if I wasn't doing what I'm doing, I would easily go with the 6. I'll be good. It fits my hand perfectly. It's not too big. It's not too intrusive. I could work with it a lot easier. The display for me is still great. It's good. It really is just there. It just really is, like, I can't even put it in the sense. It still is for the price. It's still a fantastic phone. But listen, at the end of the day, let me know what you guys think. Let me know which phone you guys would personally rock. I honestly think Google actually hit it out the park for the 6 and for the 6 Pro. I just, wish the fingerprint sensor was a bit better. Maybe the Pro would have been priced, why not $100 less? I always want a, cheaper option. I'm a consumer. Why the heck not, man? But anyways, guys, I'm Koshertech. And, oh yeah, definitely check out the timestamps. I don't want to end this video as well. Everything that I did in the timestamp, I actually just tested everything for the phone. I did speech enhancement, stability, video stabilization, overall the night mode. I did test the 11 megapixel front camera at night. I like doing night shots. Who just pushes the camera. You guys are gonna see it wasn't that good. The same thing for the 6. It wasn't that good too. But I did an intensive, extensive maybe that's the proper English testing. Definitely check that out. Again, leave me comments and all that stuff. Let me know what you guys think of that video. But anyways, guys, I'm Koshertech. I'll catch you guys next time. Deuces. All right, so once again, Kosher's in the busy streets of New York. So we're testing speech enhancement. So we do have it turned off. So as you can see, there's a highway. There's busy streets out here. I can't flip the camera to show you guys the other side, but it's all busy. All right, it's crazy out here in New York City. But anyways, speech enhancement's turned off. Now what speech enhancement's going to do is it should blur out more of the background noise, increase the subject noise, talking to the mic onto the phone. Now I'm curious to turn on speech enhancement and see what it does. All right, so speech enhancement is on. Again, same situation, same place, noisy background on the back. The subject is talking. Let me know, guys, if there's a difference from when I heard it. For me, I personally heard it for a huge amount of difference. It actually did, for me, block out more of the background noise and increase the subject noise, such as my noise, basically my voice, increase my voice that's basically talking into the microphone of the phone. I gotta say, man, the front-facing 4K camera is absolutely gorgeous, guys. That's one thing I actually personally do like the Pro over the regular, the 6. The front-facing camera, I mean, all together. I mean, we do have the little zoom over here, 1.4, and then we go back to 1. Now, one thing I gotta say in both phones, for the front-facing, you can do stabilization. So I'm not sure if it has a standard already active mode, but there's no option to select active or locked or even standard, so I'm not sure. I mean, I'm holding the phone with one hand, but it's probably like, videos most likely like choppy and whatnot. I do have speech enhancement off, so just to hear how it sounds again, but 4K is absolutely gorgeous on this phone. All right, so just using the front-facing camera here for the zoom option. So we're at 1x zoom, and it has a preset to 1.4. Back to 1, and let's just zoom it in. Let me hold it on this side so my finger is not going to be everywhere. So this is at 2.2. I think it goes all the way up to what? It goes up to 4x zoom. This is at 4x zoom. All right, you got my green eyes out here. Look into them. All right, look into them. Put that sub on. Look into them. And we're going to zoom out. Oh man, my hands are everywhere. But yeah, so all the way to 1 and all the way up to 4. Now at 1 time and 1.4, this is perfect right here. All right, so for video options, you do get your nice zoom option. So right now we have it at 1 time. So this is on 1.5. This is on 2.4, 3.9, 6, and max 7. Now it does look kind of blurry on my end all the way down there. You guys can see mobile. It does look blurry, but this is on 7x zoom. Just gonna zoom out all the way to 1 time. This is basically a 1x zoom. So I do have the video stabilizer on standard right now. Again, we're gonna do slight jogging. Again, I'm gonna hold the phone with one hand. All right, so I started jogging, holding the phone with one hand, other hand over here, just turning, still going. You can see how we're gonna do. We got some pigeons over here. My God, this thing. Man, not bad. can see. Let me know. You guys see it? Again, just jogging. All right, so I'm gonna start walking. Now let me know what you guys are gonna think. Of course, I have it on active as well. I'm gonna show you guys that too. Now I'm just walking. All right, so I do have the video stabilizer on active. Now I'm about to start like lightly jogging, and we're gonna see basically how it works. Now I'm holding the phone with one hand. I'm just lightly jogging. And there's bounce. Let's see how it processes it. One hand again, second hand over here. I'm just turning. Turning again. All right, back to walking. All right, so I'm gonna start lightly jogging for a little while. I wanna see how the stabilization is gonna be on the Pro. Now, there's no option for stabilization for the front facing camera, but I think a Tensor chip or whatever should stabilize the image regardless. So I'm just jogging a little bit. So let me know exactly if the video is going to be choppy, or if it's going to be wobbly, I mean, in the comments, of course, but just moving it. Just moving it. Again, let me know, guys. All right, so now this is at 1080 at 30 FPS. Again, from 30 to 60 and then to 4K, of course. So I switched the front-facing camera to 1080p at 60 frames, at 60 FPS. Now, just gonna give you guys basically how it looks at 1080 and at 4K. Now, for at 4K, also beautiful as well. I mean, of course, you guys let me know which one you like more. Obviously, it's probably going to be 4K. So it's dark out. Of course, we got the front-facing camera at 4K. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Just moving it around. Oh, damn. That dude just busted his ass. I'll show you guys right there. You guys see it? That dude just busted his ass riding a bike. That happens in New York City. Anyways, that's how it looks at 4K. At dark out, at night out. There's that pan shot.